coaching LeBron, it's the least stable job there is in the game of basketball. It's the least stable job.
LeBron James is a serial coach killer. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how he has earned that coach killer reputation throughout his career. And stick around because the last example is utterly inexcusable, even for King James. So buckle up, Buttercup, because as bad as you think Bron has done his coaches over his NBA career, it's so much worse. Let's get at it. Number 5, Tyronn Lue. Wait a minute here. Oh, pause. Lue was LeBron's guy. Lue won a chip with him. The King kicked out a coach to bring Lue in. What is he doing on this list? Because when LeBron left the Cavs in the summer of 2018, the King left Coach Lue with a roster full of rapidly decomposing talent. Like the Lakers in 2018, when LeBron rejoined Cleveland in 2014, instantly the organizational focus shifted from build a winning team to win right now or else. The Cavs aggressively traded pieces that would have helped the team long term in order to help the King ascend to the NBA throne, and with the help of the GM, they moved assets with LeBron directly or implicitly approving those trades. By the end of the 2018 season, a roster that was entirely tooled around LeBron James' desire to win right now wasn't even enough to keep LeBron James happy. Here is the King snapping on Lue during a game in March of 2018.
Yeah, this was a while ago. LeBron and Ty Lue kind of trying to talk it out a little bit. Neither one of them were.
A month later, Tyronn Lue left a game at the half, citing chest pains from anxiety and stress, due in no small part to the radioactive assholery of the chosen one. Fast forward to summer, and after getting swept in the finals, the Akron Hammer left for Los Angeles. And by the beginning of the 2019 season, Coach Tyronn Lue was left with a roster depleted of talent, thanks to injuries and short-term acquisitions designed to appease the departed King. And with Lue as head coach, that roster started the year 0-6, which led to him getting fired and becoming another victim, albeit indirectly, of coach killer LeBron James. Number 6, Frank Vogel, 2022. LeBron James said all the right things about Frank Vogel, but in the end, let there be no doubt whatsoever that LeBron had his fingerprints all over Vogel's dismissal. And this happened less than 2 years after they won the 2020 NBA title together. While the 2022 season saw the Lakers deal with LeBron James and Anthony Davis missing huge chunks of the season, the root of Vogel's downfall was the Kings' insistence to Laker ownership to trade for Russell Westbrook and Carmelo Anthony, who were players that were an awful fit for Vogel's defensive-oriented philosophy. Vogel could not coach the way he wanted to because the GM, LeBron James, was snuffing out his decision-making capabilities by forcing management to add players whose strengths did not mesh with Vogel's vision. No, it wasn't overt undermining. It was, for the most part, subversive. So while there was no particularly twatty quotes from King James, wait a minute. Here's one where LeBron said, "I'm literally having the time of my life right now," as his team was on a 10-22 run to the season. Oh, and you're not going to believe this, but an 8-game losing streak immediately followed LeBron finding his joy, I guess, which helped end Vogel's time with the Lakers. And if you're new here and you're liking the content, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I've got a playlist of videos mostly about how LeBron is not the GOAT. Go ahead and check them out when you're finished with this one. Number 7, David Blatt, 2016. David Blatt arrived in the NBA as a highly accomplished and internationally respected head coach. I mean, people forget the guy showed up with a freaking international resume. He was a 4-time Coach of the Year overseas, in the Israel Super League, Russian Super League Coach of the Year, and the EuroLeague Coach of the Year. But Blatt was hired in Cleveland with the intention to coach a young squad that was part of its way through a several-year rebuild with a focus on continued growth and eventual contention. And Blatt was never LeBron's chosen head coach, as he was brought into the organization a month before the Kings returned to Cleveland. But as I mentioned previously, organizational focus flipped the second LeBron got there, and it became win now for LeBron at all costs. There were several instances of LBJ's disrespect for his head coach littered throughout Blatt's brief coaching tenure. During the games, King James undermined Blatt by calling timeouts and making substitutions. LBJ undercut Blatt with the media by giving statements like, "He's our coach. What other coach do we have?" Which is a really twatty thing to say. And as one reporter noted, it's a compliment wrapped around an insult. And as I would note, it's like a piece of sugar-crusted bacon wrapped around a rotting scallop. Just textbook LeBron James passive-aggressive tendency. And Blatt was forced to alter plays that he drew up at the whim of King James, including this example during the NBA Final, where reporter Mark Stein described, "There was James in one instant I witnessed from right behind the bench, shaking his head vociferously in protest after one play Blatt drew up in the third quarter of Game 5, amounting to the loudest non-verbal scolding you could imagine, which forced Blatt, in front of his whole team, to wipe the board clean and draw up something else." And even worse than all of that was LeBron shoving Blatt out of the way when speaking to referees during this game in Phoenix. As LeBron's high school pal Brian Windhorst said, "I think at the end of the day, LeBron likes the freedom. He likes having Blatt to kick around, something he couldn't get away with other coaches in the past. I think LeBron is okay with him going forward. If Blatt is okay with taking the abuse from the star player, which he does, I think it'll be Blatt's decision more than anybody else at this point." Kicking around a head coach. Can you possibly imagine Isaiah Thomas trying to kick around Chuck Daly back in like 1987? Would never have happened. And don't forget to visit the Red Blooded Sports store, check out my amazing merch, and thank you for helping support this channel. And you know what? Blatt's tenure wasn't perfect, but in terms of winning and losing games, he did really well. In his first season, David Blatt helped the Cavaliers win 65% of their game and reach the NBA Finals despite significant absences from Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love, becoming the first rookie head coach in history to reach the NBA Finals, along with Steve Kerr, who he faced that year. As of January 2016, the Cavs were 30-11 and sat atop the Eastern Conference, winning 73% of their game. It was at this very moment that LeBron James, General Manager David Griffin, had Blatt removed. This was a change that was harshly criticized by respected head coaches like Stan Van Gundy, Rick Carlisle, and Greg Popovich, and rightfully so, because to this day, Blatt has the 5th best winning percentage in NBA history out of all coaches with 100 games or more under their belt. And in the playoffs, Blatt has the best winning percentage of any NBA head coach ever. After his firing, Blatt summed up his relationship with the King in a telling quote that revealed the power dynamic inside of the Cavaliers organization. "There is no doubt that LeBron is the center. He is the cornerstone of the club. There is no doubt that LeBron is more important to the system than me." After Blatt's firing, the King went right on the offensive and chafed that. Many were calling him a coach killer. Remember, this is 10 years ago, and he already had that reputation. James went further by telling everyone that it wasn't his fault and that he was the real victim with this batshit quote.
What you guys want me to turn my brain off because I have a huge basketball IQ? That's what they want me to do. I'm not going to do it because I got so much to give to the game. There's no difference for me telling my teammates or telling guys how to get better with their game. If I feel like I got something that can help our team, ultimately, I like to give it. It helped me get 2 titles. So, but I think it does suck that people want to throw my name in dirt. For no particular reason because of speculations or whatever the case may be.
You know who never brags about having a huge IQ? Guys with a huge IQ. You ever heard Elon Musk saying something like, "What do you want me to do? Turn my brain off? If that's what they want me to do, then we'll never go to Mars." Of course not. This is typical, passive-aggressive, narcissistic, King James twattery. And that is as permanent a part of LeBron as a human being as his shitty chosen one back tattoo. Regardless of his attempts to spin the drama, James had Blatt fired and replaced with Tyronn Lue, the very coach who helped the King undermine Blatt throughout the season, with, again, a 73% win rate at the time LeBron killed his Cavs career, and his will to become a head coach in the NBA ever again. David Blatt is perhaps the victim who least deserved the Coach Killer treatment by LeBron James. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and set your bell notification. If you enjoyed this video, check out part 1. Click on the button on the left-hand side of your screen, and I'll see you there.